My question to you is, would you be willing to go natty now to promote the ancestral tenets even further and say, look, I use this. Now, look, I'm just doing this, and I might not be as ripped, but I feel great. I have a family that loves me, everything, you know what I mean?
Keep in mind, every one of us on this podcast is about to get on steroids very soon. I mean that 100%. Serious.
I'm going to do peptides.
Bare minimum
1,000%.
peptides. Bare minimum peptides. But carry on.
I know a guy.
Would you?
I'll also answer your question. I believe so deeply in this message and the 9 ancestral tenets and the ancestral living. To answer your question, yes.
Okay.
You would go natty.
Yes.
So are you going natty? That's it?
Yes.
Now, don't do one of them things where you say it on a podcast.
I'm done with that. You know, when I had the opportunity,
we'll see it if he stops
to issue the apology, I was like, you know what? So many people were threatening to come out like with prescriptions of the actual growth hormone you name it, and I said, well, you know what? This is my time to just fucking do it all, to say it all. You know, I get this one opportunity to just be completely fucking honest about everything. I'm gonna do this thing. You know, and I know right now it's the same deal. It's like, okay, I fucked this whole thing up. I've learned from this. The thing that I've learned from this is like, I'm not doing this again. Forget that shit. Like, now I got this responsibility, this obligation. You know, there's so many silver linings in it. Do you know how much better this will be for my health? You know, again, there's maybe we'll talk about more of the silver linings, but
the worst thing for primal lifestyle is dying at 50.
Yeah,
right. Like the worst thing for the brand.
Trust me. I've thought about that. I'm like, okay, what if this guy dies at 50? What do you think people are going to think about that?
It's like Atkins. Remember Atkins?
Yeah.
The Atkins diet? He died of a fucking heart attack.
How old was he?
I don't know, but you're not supposed to die of a heart attack.
He was probably on steroids.
Exactly.
You know. So the thing is, I have this opportunity, right? You know, to never go back to that fucking place where I lied about shit. And so this is my commitment.
When was the last time you had used gear?
Oh, Saturday. Today.
So why stop? I don't want you to stop. I don't want you to stop.
I love you.
See how honesty is beautiful?
Well,
that's a great thing.
Listen, there's 2 pieces to it.
Now!
There's 2 pieces to it. I do testosterone and I do growth hormone.
Yeah.
Growth hormone is daily.
Yes.
And I was talking to my friends the other day. We're having coffee. We're on mushrooms. We're doing mushrooms.
Yeah.
And
fun.
Ancestral.
And I go, hey man, I got to leave for a minute. I got to go do my growth hormone. And they're like, because none of them knew any of this stuff, right? And they're like, holy fucking shit! Like everybody laughed. And then a friend came to use the pisser, and he looked around the corner, and he could see me doing it. And he goes, holy fucking shit! You're actually doing it. Growth hormone is a daily thing,
right?
And then testosterone is a once-a-week thing. So Saturday is my fucking day for testosterone. Every day is my day for growth hormone. I'm working with some people that are really close to me, to experts, to come off this.
Now what happens?
It doesn't happen overnight, but this is what I'm doing.
But what happens, because I know there's a bunch of guys who I've spoken to who as they've gotten older, their testosterone levels have dipped under a normal amount. So they're trying to bring it back to a normal amount. That would technically be considered steroid use, but I don't know if anybody would be that critical of it.
Well, listen, I'm calling it steroids, like, to be as forthcoming as possible.
But do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like, absolutely. You know how many people around me are saying, hey, don't say you're taking steroids. And I'm like, listen, you think I'm going to get a break to say I'm just taking TRT?
Yeah.
I'm just taking growth hormone.
No, you won't get a break.
I'm just doing hormone replacement therapy. I mean, you know how many people have said, it sounds a lot better if you just say exactly what you're doing. I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm going to do?
The average person is going to just call it roids, call it gear, etc.
And testosterone technically is a steroid hormone. Growth hormone technically is a peptide hormone. These are different things, but you know what? Testosterone is a steroid. If you're taking TRT, you're taking fucking steroids.
Yeah.
Or you're taking steroid. You know, maybe I should say that I'm on steroid. You know,
Singular. I'm curious. If you go natural though, because your image is tied to your brand, and so like, what if like the cuts start going away and things like that, and you don't look as good?
How's it going to?
Are you worried about your brand at all?
No, not at all. You know, again, like this is so much more important than me and my brand. You know, again, the true north is this message, and I'm completely convinced that I know how I looked before I touched anything. You know, I mean, if you guys fucking saw my 15-year-old picture, you'd be like, if that guy just looked like that, he'll be able to do what he needs to do. You know how
testosterone is not an issue for.
You know, like to the trained eye, you know the difference. You know, but most of the world probably wouldn't fucking know the difference. You know,
really?
and this isn't even the actual deal. You know, the deal that I have to deal with, for me, is how am I going to deal with not getting into the gym 2 or 3 times a day doing this? That's what I actually have to deal with. And I'm not worried about, okay, and I'll tell you right now, I'll lose 15 pounds. You know, I'll lose 15 pounds, but I'll still be ripped. And people are gonna still, I fucking guarantee you, people are still gonna say, oh, he's still taking shit. You know, and I'm fine with that too. You know, I don't know what we can do. Maybe we'll do blood chemistry analysis, you know, over time and look at that kind of stuff. But this is my commitment. And you're talking about people that, you know, as they get older, when their testosterone, you know what? Here's the thing. Again, I believe so deeply in these 9 ancestral tenets that the root cause of my issue, the real root cause is the self-worth thing. But the more direct root cause is I overtrain like fucking crazy. And when you overtrain like crazy, you know how badly that fucks up your hormones?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, the
I'll
recovery.
just give you one. Do you know how important your sleep is? Right?
Yeah, I'm learning now. I didn't realize this, but I'm learning now.
Well, check. So for so many fucking years in a row, I would wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I would hear my neighbor playing basketball. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? This crazy neighbor Brian. Like, and I wouldn't put it past him. Playing basketball too. I could hear the fucking ball. I could feel the ball bouncing day after day after day. And I would say, hey, what the fuck is he doing? Do you hear that? And then one time, you know, she's like, I don't hear anything. And I realized it was my heart.
Whoa.
It was my heart. And this is before taking stuff. And so, and I never stopped overtraining. I never stopped. My resting heart rate was around 100.
Wow.
My resting heart rate was around 100.
What's normal?
Normal's probably, normal
60.
for me is around 60. Yeah. About 55, 60 is actually normal for me. I don't get there unless when I fast, I do a 5-day water-only fast once a quarter, and I'm able to recover everything. And it's like the most dangerous, it's the best thing you could do for your brain and your body. My resting heart rate finally gets better. You know, but guess what? That's about to last for about 2 days because I took 5 days off, and now I'm about to go get it all back. So I know that the more direct root cause is how am I gonna deal with not being in the gym multiple times a day? And I gotta sort that out. I'll deal with that one day at a time. I'll sort that out.
And just for, again, a layman like myself, you can't be in the gym multiple times a day because it's the steroids and the HGH help you recover enough.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's not that you don't have time. It would just be too, what, your muscles would be too destroyed?
Dude, cognitively and physically, you just fall apart.
Got you.
You just fall, and that's actually why I really sought the help, all the help.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I needed to get into the gym twice a day. And then my cognitive and physical abilities were just, I wasn't recovering, cobwebs all over. I'm like, okay, let me get some help. I got some help. It made a big difference. It made a dangerous difference because I'm like, okay, now maybe I could get a 3rd session in. And I just pushed it even more. You know, and some days I get a 4th session in. And when we're on vacation, I'm like, I got to go do that thing again. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? We're on vacation. I'm like, I have to go do that thing again. You don't feel like that? I don't understand how nobody else feels like that. I'm like, I have to go do that thing again. And she just knows. She's like, go do that thing again.
I have to do that.